Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Very interesting news, if true. This article comes from a Russian source and it has a very interesting title, and whole information contained in this article is dubious. I'm not saying it's impossible, and I wouldn't think that the Russians reported it with so much eagerness. This article comes from Sputnik and it is from today, the 10th of November 2022. This is the title: Iran develops first national hypersonic ballistic missile. Alright, so do you believe that's true? Americans just had something hypersonic done, what, 30 days ago, and they're still working on perfecting it because it still blows at launch or something, at release and all that. Iran has developed the first national hypersonic ballistic missile. The commander of the Islamic Revolution Guard Corps Aerospace Force, Amir Ali Hajizadeh, said on Thursday, and I'm quoting, "This new missile will pass all missile defense verification systems, and I don't think there will be technologies capable of resisting it for decades." Hajizadeh was quoted as saying by the Iranian media. They placed some pictures here as well, but you never know. It says here that the military official stressed that the new missile is a solution for the destruction of the enemy's anti-missile systems. The development of such weapons represents a big leap in the country's missile production, the commander said. Well, I think this is just a political move. First, let's say they have it. Congratulations, very good, very good. I don't know how you got it done, because remember the United States was struggling with it, and there were some developments. First, the Russians were the first ones. That's clear, pioneer here. Then it was the Chinese. They had something like hypersonic launch, blah blah blah. Then, in the meantime, other countries obviously were working on it. Then we had the Russian, I can't remember exactly the title of this gentleman, but he was in charge of the development of hypersonic missiles. He was the guy, he was not a scientist, I think. He was the guy who was coordinating the whole research, which means the data was kind of going through his ass, most likely. And then he got arrested by the Russians, and in 2 weeks after that, I think the Americans came out and declared that they tested the first hypersonic. I'm not saying these things are connected, but I do not, ignore it as well, because I think they could be connected. Now, yes, United States steals technological secrets from other countries, as other countries steal from other countries. They all do the same, okay? And the people who think that the Russians are still, as former US President Harry Truman stated, those Asiatic people, that's how he called them, when Soviet Union completed their test with the atomic bomb, he was in shock, and he called them, "I can't believe those Asiatic people are capable of doing something like this." And they say, well, they stole it from us. Well, they didn't steal it from you. They got it how you got it too, from foreign scientists. Sorry, Oppenheimer, Fermi. That's at least two of them that I can name. But it's okay. Technology is universal. It doesn't have a country, or it's just a person or a group of guys who work on this, and they come with it under a certain kind of research center located in a certain country. Because what we do is just discover things that are there. I'm not saying the atomic bomb is over there, but atomic energy is there that we had to boom, put it together. Now, So then it was the Americans you got it. And go back to the research. Remember who was the first ones in space? Who sent the first satellite? Who sent Gagarin? Who sent first Layla? Right? The dog, the dogless, the dogness, the female dog. who was that? So the Soviets got ahead on that. So people who might think, everybody was stolen from us. Not everything, but a lot of things were, a lot of things were not. So in this case, the next one were the United States, and now we find that Iran is the next one. So this brings only to 4 countries, as far as I know, having the hypersonic missiles. This is a coincidence that they came today and said it, because yesterday, the day before, in the past week, but yesterday and the day before, there were some statements made by none other than the Jewish state, the state of Israel, stating that they are capable of hitting nuclear power plant in Iran, the nuclear facilities. Now that's crazy, because this is how, let's say, Russia would say, well, we can hit the nuclear facilities in Ukraine or something, or Ukrainians would say, we might think of hitting nuclear facilities or Zaporozhye nuclear power plant if we want. Basically, that's the statement of these guys in Israel. But because it's Israel, everybody's looking to the other side. Nothing to see here. No condemnation for the threat. And probably that's why these guys come and say, yeah, you can do that. Guess what? We have this and we can bomb you whenever we want. So it's like, no, we're good. No, we're better. No, we're better. No. I think it's like that. And then remember, the past maybe 2 weeks, Ukrainians are pushed by everybody else to come out and say, well, the drones from Iran are in Ukraine bombarding us and hitting us and all that, and the Russians were supplied with the drones 3 minutes ago. 2,400 drones were delivered or they're purchased, or now they want ballistic missiles from Iran. So they try to frame Iran into being the same old desire of one state, mostly from the Middle East, wanting Iran to be blown up by other countries, or other country, which is United States, the bully boy. So they've been trying this with their idiot John Bolton for some time. It didn't work yet, but they're still trying. They want Iran to be an Iraq, which means nothing, piece of shit. I mean, not that the country is a piece of shit, but it got to that point where it has said it has so much freedom after those invasions that they're doing just great. So, piece of shit, they can do whatever they want over there. Anarchy, but they have freedom, and they have telephones now like this, and they have this and that. But the country is in disarray. That's what they want, and they want to control it. They want the same thing that was Russia between 1991 to 1999. That's what Iraq is right now, which is who pays more gets things done his way. That's basically what's in Iraq, and people shoot at each other, and it's an anarchy. Society suffers the same thing with Iran. They don't want something organized, disorganized. Divide et impera, right? Or divide and conquer. Well, that's it. If they have those, so in case they don't have it or have it, if they, as I said, if they have it, good job. If they don't have it, this is just to counter the Israel and United States' desire to do a little regime change, which they've been trying for the past month or so, I think, with that 22-year-old who died in the custody of the morality police. Well, that's their culture. I can't I can't judge it, but I don't care. It's their little thing. I don't care how that house conducts its business, familial business, as I don't expect anybody else to come in my house and tell me that, hey, you painted the room like shit or something like that. Okay, well, I like it. So fuck off. All right, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.